You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
So here's what's happening right now in the world of U.S. interest rates, and it's a pretty dramatic moment for the Federal Reserve. The central bank has just lowered its benchmark interest rate for the third time in a row, cutting it by another quarter percentage point. On the surface, that might sound like a routine move, but this decision was anything but routine. In fact, the vote was one of the most divided the Fed has seen in 6 years, which already tells you how complicated the economic picture has become. This rate cut was aimed at giving some support to a job market that's clearly showing signs of strain. Unemployment has been creeping up, and whenever that happens, lower interest rates are usually considered a helpful tool. Cheaper borrowing means people can more easily finance things like cars, credit cards, or business expansions. But here's the tension. Inflation is still running higher than what the Fed is comfortable with. Normally, stubborn inflation would push the Fed to keep rates higher, not lower them. So policymakers were really pulled in opposite directions. One problem pointing one way, the other pointing another. And then, to make things even more challenging, the data they had to rely on wasn't exactly fresh. Because of a 6-week government shutdown, federal workers weren't able to collect the normal economic readings for October, and the updated November numbers won't come out until next week. That means the Fed had to make this decision using September data, numbers that showed inflation at 2.8% and unemployment at 4.4%, both slightly higher than the month before. It's not ideal to make major policy choices using information that's already months old, but that's what they had to work with. Inside the committee, the split was striking. 9 members supported the modest quarter-point cut. 2 wanted to keep rates exactly where they were, and 1 member, Stephen Mirren, recently appointed by President Trump, pushed for a much larger half-point cut. That level of disagreement underscores just how differently the experts are viewing the current economic risks. Looking ahead, the Fed's own forecasts suggest they expect just one small rate cut in 2026. But the political noise surrounding the Fed has grown louder too. President Trump has been calling for more aggressive cuts, and has openly criticized Fed Chair Jerome Powell for moving too slowly. Powell's term ends in May, and the expectation is that Trump will soon name a new leader for the central bank. So overall, this latest rate cut wasn't just about the numbers. It was about uncertainty, conflicting pressures, and a policy team trying to navigate without the usual visibility. And the divides inside the Fed suggest that the path forward may only get more complicated. Stay subscribed for more videos.